So, you've heard all about this keto diet thing and are finally ready to start your journey, but don't know where to begin? You've watched tons of videos, heard all the testimonials, and even seen some of your friends and family do it to great success and are finally ready to start? I'm going to give you a few simple tips that helped me out in losing 130 pounds and still counting. Welcome to Big Guy Tips. Before I begin, the first thing I want to say is hello everybody, welcome to the new channel. It's Aaron, the big guy himself. If you find this information helpful, please do me a favor and leave a like or subscribe. And if you find this information really helpful, share with somebody who's trying it or who wants to try the ketogenic diet. The first thing that I want to tell you, if you want to begin the ketogenic diet, is to just start. It doesn't have to be the new year. It doesn't have to be today even. Do some more research, but start it. It is the best diet you can use for weight loss. I've tried veganism. I tried vegetarianism. I tried counting carbs. I tried slow carbs. I've tried everything under the sun, and none of it worked except for keto. If it worked, it only worked for a small period of time, and then I would just creep right back up. I lost hope. Ketogenic diet has been the best diet for me to lose weight. Well, technically, I'm doing a more carnivore diet, but that's not even here or there. If you want to start, with keto. It's going to slowly get you into it. It's going to slowly get you into weight loss. The first thing I could tell you, when you start, just keep it super simple. There's tons of keto recipe books, and you have to learn about almond flour and adjust your ratios. That's good if you're a cook, if you know how to cook, but if you want to save time, just keep it simple. Chicken thighs and broccoli, steak and eggs, bacon and eggs. There are tons of simple things you can eat. Anything that you eat on a regular basis, if you just take out the carbs, is going to probably be a ketogenic meal. Unless you're eating chicken breast, which I do not. As much as people like chicken breast now, I do not recommend it because it's just not fatty enough. And if you do eat chicken breast, please do yourself a favor and add olive oil to it, add butter to it. Throw butter on your broccoli. You have to get the fats in. That's almost imperative on a diet like this. Most people tend to undereat fat because they're not used to it. I promise you, even if you start today, if you had ice cream yesterday and you just want to start the diet today, just start eating the fats. It's going to help satiate you and keep you full. It's going to give you energy. And even though you're eventually going to crash if you try it for a while, there are ways against that. One of those things against that is eating salt. Salt your food. Do not be afraid of salt. Salt is an essential electrolyte for the body to keep it working properly. Trust me. Even if you don't like salt, incorporate it into your diet. If you're worried about high blood pressure, all that's going to get resolved in time. And I guess I should say this now, I'm not a medical expert, but I've been doing this for quite some time and it works. One thing you can do to mitigate keto flu, anyone who's heard about the keto diet has heard about keto flu by now. And if you haven't, here's your introduction to it. Keto flu is when you start the diet, when you stop eating carbohydrates, your body will start to flush out minerals at a faster rate, and you're going to start feeling tired, you're going to start feeling ill. Get yourself some Magpot. Well, that's what I call it. But magnesium and potassium and salt, but magnesium and potassium pills are imperative to starting a diet, especially if you're feeling a little under the weather, if you're starting to get tired. These symptoms will go away, but you have to know that they are going to happen. It's natural. Your body's going through, most people call it a sugar withdrawal. If you're not eating the thing you've been eating for pretty much your whole life, you're going to get some withdrawal symptoms. Those will eventually alleviate themselves, but magnesium and potassium will help you big time in that, and salting your food. Those three things in conjunction will help big time. Another important thing, I already touched on the foods, but I'm really going to emphasize this. Please get yourself fatty cuts of meat. If you don't like chicken leg quarters, just get the chicken thighs. You want to make sure that they have the skin and bone around it. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs might be a little cleaner for you, but again, you have to get the butter on top, or you have to get the olive oil. Do something. One more thing, avocados are going to be your friend. If you like avocados, just incorporate that as your carbohydrate. They're a source of good fats. They're going to help satiate you, and they do have some carbs inside of it, but not enough to break you out of your ketogenic diet state. It's probably the healthiest non-meat fat that you can get besides olive oil, which has no carbs, but still, you want to make sure you become friends with the avocado. Another thing when starting, please do yourself a favor. When you're starting out, this is important. The first week or two, just eat until you're full. It's not going to take too much for you to get full if you're starting to eat fat, but if you're still hungry, just eat a little bit more. You're not going to be eating 6 times a day like the old traditional diets that people go on. You're going to probably eat 2 or 3 times a day in the beginning and just taper off from there. And on days that you're not that hungry, just don't eat. Well, I'm going to try to keep this video short, and I'm going to make a bunch more in the future, a little more focused, but this was just a few simple tips on how I started my journey, and I promise you, if you follow these little things that I laid out on here, you're going to lose some weight. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. This is just blowing through information just because I really want more people to start. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. Thank you. Peace.